changing money. Today's spotlight is on one of the most talked about coins in American history, the 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny. It's small, it's old, and in the right condition, it could be worth a lot more than just 1 cent. You might be sitting on a rare fortune and not even know it. So stay with me, because what you learn in this video could turn that old penny jar in your home into a gold mine. Let's start by going back in time. The year was 1942. The world was at war. America was deep into World War II, and everything from food to metal was being rationed. During this time, coins became a symbol of strength and stability. The 1942 Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck during one of the most intense times in American history. Minted under President Franklin D. Roosevelt's administration, it carried the face of Abraham Lincoln, the president who ended slavery and kept the Union together during the Civil War. This coin wasn't just money. It was a message, a reminder of freedom, unity, and American resilience. The 1942 penny was made mostly of copper, about 95%, and 5% tin and zinc. This composition was common for pennies before the famous 1943 steel cents. But here's the interesting part. Because of the war effort, copper was becoming more valuable for making weapons and ammunition. So just 1 year later, in 1943, the U.S. Mint switched to steel pennies coated in zinc. But in 1942, they were still striking copper coins, which makes this penny one of the last of its kind before the major shift. Now, how many were made? A total of over 950 million Lincoln cents were struck in 1942 across 3 different mints. That includes Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So yes, these coins were produced in huge numbers, but that doesn't mean they're all common. The value today depends on several key factors. And this is where things get interesting. Let's break down the values and what makes a 1942 penny worth serious money, starting with the Philadelphia Mint. These coins have no mint mark under the date. In circulated condition, like the ones found in pocket change, they're typically worth around 5 to 15 cents. But when you get into better preserved coins, the value goes up fast. A 1942 Philadelphia penny in uncirculated mint state, graded MS65 red, can be worth around $40 to $60. In pristine condition, collectors have paid over $200 for these. Now, let's talk about the 1942 D penny. That's the Denver Mint version. Look for the small d under the date. These are similar in value to the Philadelphia ones, a few cents if worn, but up to $100 or more in mint state red condition. And there are some incredibly rare errors that can make them skyrocket in value. Then we've got the 1942 S penny, minted in San Francisco. These coins, marked with an S, were made in fewer numbers, around 85 million. That might sound like a lot, but compared to the other two, it's scarcer. A regular 1942 S in average circulated condition is worth about 5 to 10 cents. But in uncirculated red, these coins can sell for $100 to $200 and up. Now here's where the money gets really serious. Some 1942 pennies have rare minting errors, and these are the coins that collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for. One of the most famous types is the double die. If you look closely at the date or the lettering, like Liberty or I in God We Trust, and see any doubling, you might have a double die error. Some double dies from a 1942 series have sold for over $1,500 at auction. Then there's the off-center strike error. That's when the coin wasn't lined up properly during minting and part of the design is missing. Depending on how far off-center it is and how well the date and Lincoln's face are visible, these coins can bring in anywhere from $50 to several $100s. And here's one more major error that can turn a 1942 penny into a jackpot: the wrong planchet error. In rare cases, a 1942 penny may have been struck on a foreign coin blank or even on a leftover steel planchet from 1943. If you find a 1942 penny that looks silver or gray instead of copper, have it checked. It could be extremely rare and worth thousands. Now, let's talk about some real-life auction results. A 1942 Lincoln cent graded MS68 red by PCGS. That's nearly perfect, sold for over $12,000. That's right, 1 cent turned into over $12,000. Why? Because the coin was in such pristine condition, untouched by circulation, with its original bright red color and flawless surface. Another example is a 1942 D penny with a rare repunched mint mark. Instead of a clean single D, the D was stamped twice. These kinds of coins, even in lower mint states, can go for $300 to $500 or more. And perhaps the biggest surprise of all, a 1942 Lincoln cent with a dramatic off-center strike and bright red surface sold for over $2,000 to an eager collector. So, what does all this mean for you? It means you should check your change. Look in your penny jars, your drawers, your coin folders. That old penny sitting in a dusty corner could be a hidden treasure. And if you find a 1942 Lincoln penny, don't just spend it. Examine it. Look for signs of high-grade condition. Check for errors. Look under a magnifying glass for doubling or a strange mint mark. You could be holding a piece of history that's worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Now, you might be wondering, how do you sell a rare 1942 penny? First, get it appraised. You can take it to a professional coin dealer or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll evaluate its authenticity, condition, and give a grade. That grade is what collectors look at when buying. A certified coin is far more valuable and trustworthy on the market. Next, you can sell it online through auction platforms like eBay or Heritage Auctions, or even through a reputable coin shop. But remember, never clean your coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce its value. Wrap it up. The 1942 Lincoln wheat penny may look small and ordinary, but it carries big history and even bigger potential value. From war-era patriotism to rare mint errors, this coin is a collector's dream. Whether it's in your pocket or in a forgotten box at home, it's time to start looking. Because you never know, your 1 cent could be worth $1,000 or more. Thanks for watching Rare Coins World. If you enjoyed this video and want more amazing stories about rare coins and hidden treasures, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video that could make you a coin millionaire. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and maybe your fortune is just 1 penny away. Did you know that a simple 1948 1-cent wheat penny could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars today? Yes, that tiny copper coin sitting in your drawer might just change your life. Most people think it's just pocket change, but collectors are paying serious money for the right one. And today, we're diving deep into the hidden secrets, value, and rare variations of the 1948 wheat penny that could make you rich. Stay with us until the end, because we're revealing how you could check if your coin is valuable and exactly how much it's worth in today's market. ACT1. History and background. The 1948 wheat penny is part of the legendary Lincoln Wheat Cent series, which ran from 1909 to 1958. This series is famous for its 2 wheat stalks engraved on the reverse, symbolizing America's agricultural strength. It also features the proud profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that's remained mostly unchanged for over a century. Now, let's talk about the year 1948 itself. Just 3 years after World War II ended, America was experiencing growth and recovery. Millions of these pennies were struck that year, making them fairly common. But as always, the real value lies not in quantity, but in rarity, condition, and mint mark. ACT2, mint marks and rare types. There are 3 types of 1948 wheat pennies you should know about, each struck at different U.S. mints. Number 1. The Philadelphia Mint, which produced the most, over 317 million pennies. These coins do not carry a mint mark. Number 2. The Denver Mint. These coins have a small d under the date and around 172 million were made. Number 3. The San Francisco Mint, which struck around 81 million coins. These have an S mint mark. Now here's where things get exciting. Even though millions were made, most of them have been circulated for decades. So finding one in pristine condition, what collectors call mint state, can fetch high prices, but it doesn't stop there. Some 1948 pennies have unique errors and die varieties that can make them worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. We're talking about double die errors, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, and clip planchets. These mistakes during the minting process created some truly rare coins that collectors are willing to pay big money for. ACT3. value, and current market prices. Let's talk about money. How much is your 1948 wheat penny really worth in today's market? If your coin is a standard circulated 1948 penny with no mint mark, it's generally worth around 3 to 10 cents. Not much, right? But if it's in brilliant uncirculated condition, mint state 65 or higher, it can sell for $5 to $10. And that's just the beginning. A 1948 D penny in near perfect condition has sold for as much as $35 at auction. A 1948 S penny in gem condition has been known to fetch up to $75. But here's the real jackpot. Rare error coins. A 1948 wheat penny with a clear double die on the obverse is sold for over $500. 1948 S with a repunched mint mark graded MS 67 red by Piece GS reached a jaw-dropping $2,115 at auction. And remember, coins with a full red luster, meaning they retained their original copper color, are always worth more. These are known as red designations in grading, as opposed to brown or red-brown. Oh yes, your little 1948 wheat penny could be worth pennies, or it could be worth thousands. It all comes down to grade, rarity, and condition. ACT 4. How to check your coin? Now you're probably asking, how do I know if my coin is valuable? Here's what to look for. First, check the mint mark under the date. If it has an S or a D, it could carry more value depending on condition. Next, look closely for doubling on the letters Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. That could be a double die. If the mint mark looks like it was stamped more than once, it might be a repunched mint mark. Also, look at the edges. Is your coin off center? Is it clipped? Any abnormality can mean extra value. Finally, check the coin's color. The redder, the better. Coins stored properly with little or will shine like fresh copper and bring top dollar from collectors. If you think you've got something rare, consider sending it to a reputable grading company like PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can dramatically increase the value of your coin and give buyers confidence. ACT 5, closing and call TO action. So now you know the story behind the 1948 wheat penny. It's more than just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a collector's treasure, and possibly a hidden fortune sitting right under your nose. Don't ignore your old change jar. Take a few minutes today and look through your collection. That one little penny could be your ticket to big money. And if you found this video helpful or inspiring, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more stories about rare coins worth serious cash. Hit the like button if you love history and coin collecting. And let us know in the comments if you've ever found a 1948 wheat penny or another rare coin. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story, and some are worth a fortune. Let me know if you want a matching thumbnail title, video tags, or voiceover tips. Did you know a small copper coin for 1952 could be hiding in your change jar, worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars? That's right. One simple 1952 Lincoln wheat penny, a coin most people overlook, could turn out to be a hidden treasure. But what makes this old 1-cent coin so special? And why are collectors today willing to pay big money for it? In this video, we're diving deep into the story behind the 1952 Lincoln penny, a coin that carries more than just historical value. Whether you're a collector, a seller, or someone hoping to strike it rich from a forgotten coin, this is one penny you need to know about. So stay with us till the very end, because we'll reveal exactly how much this coin is worth in today's market and which rare errors could make yours worth a fortune. Part 1. The history of the 1952 Lincoln penny. Let's take a trip back to the year 1952. America was at the height of its post-war boom. The economy was recovering, veterans were returning home, and President Harry Truman was finishing his final year in office. But while the world was changing, one thing remained the same: the humble Lincoln wheat penny. The 1952 1-cent penny still featured the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln, first introduced in 1909 to honor his 100th birthday. Designed by Victor David Brenner, Lincoln's portrait on the front of the coin stood as a tribute to freedom, unity, and leadership. That on the reverse side of the 1952 penny, you'll find 2 wheat ears curling along the left and right edges, giving the coin its popular name, the wheat penny. This classic design ran until 1958, making 1952 one of the last years of production before the Lincoln Memorial Reverse was introduced. Point 3 U.S. mints produced Lincoln Pennies in 1952, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each mint used different markings to distinguish their coins, and that's important because depending on the mint mark, the value of your 1952 penny could change dramatically. Part 2. Mint marks and production numbers. Let's talk about where these coins were made and how many were produced. The Philadelphia Mint produced the highest number of 1952 pennies, over 186 million coins. These coins carry no mint mark under the date. The Denver Mint added a small D under the year and struck nearly 746 million pennies, making it the largest mint for that year. And finally, the San Francisco Mint, known for producing coins in smaller quantities, added an S and minted just over 137 million pennies. With those numbers in mind, most 1952 pennies are considered common. But don't be fooled. Even common coins can have extraordinary value if they're in excellent condition or have rare mint errors. Part 3. What makes the 1952 penny valuable? Here's the exciting part. What actually makes a 1952 penny worth money? The number one factor is condition. If your coin is heavily worn and scratched, it's likely worth just a few cents to a dollar. But if it's in uncirculated condition, with full detail and original mint luster, the value can jump significantly. Coins graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC can fetch $20 to $50 in MS 60 to MS 63 condition, and well over $100 to $300 in MS 65 or higher. That's right, just one well-preserved penny could be worth more than a nice dinner. But the real jackpot comes from rare error coins. These mistakes from the mint can make a coin extremely desirable to collectors. Some of the most valuable 1952 penny errors include double die errors, when the coin is struck more than once with a slight shift, creating a doubled appearance in the lettering or numbers. A 1952 penny with a noticeable double die can be worth $200 to $1,000 or more, depending on severity and condition. Off-center strikes. If the coin was misaligned during minting, part of the design may be missing or pushed to one side. These are highly collectible, and values range from $50 to over $500, especially if the date and mint mark are still visible. BI errors. These are caused by a die break between the letters B and E in Liberty, forming what looks like the letter I. Some collectors love these and may pay $5 to $50, depending on clarity. Clip planchet. When part of the coin is missing due to an error during cutting, it creates a curved or straight clip on the coin. These can sell from $10 to $100 or more. And then there's the dream find, a 1952 proof penny or a coin with a mirror-like surface accidentally struck at mint. These are incredibly rare and can sell for hundreds to even thousands at auction. Part 4. Current market value in 2025. So how much is your 1952 Lincoln penny worth today? As of 2025, here's what the current market is showing. A circulated 1952 penny from Philadelphia with no mint mark is typically worth 2 to 10 cents in uncirculated condition. The same coin can sell for $3 to $50, and MS 65 red examples are fetching over $100. A 1952 D penny in brilliant uncirculated condition is slightly more common but still valuable, with prices ranging from $10 to $75, and rare red MS 66 examples selling for $150 to $250. The 1952 S penny is more sought after in high grades. One in MS 67 red condition can sell for $300 to $600, depending on eye appeal and toning. But the real winners are the error coins. A 1952 double die penny in gem uncirculated condition recently sold for over $1,200 at a major coin auction. So, if you got an old penny collection, it's time to take a closer look. One of those coins could be a small fortune waiting to be discovered. Part 5. Final thoughts and call to action. Now you know the true story behind a 1952 Lincoln wheat penny. It's not just a coin. It's a piece of American history, a collector's dream, and in rare cases, a life-changing find. Check your old jars, your drawers, and your inherited coin boxes, because the next great discovery could be in your hands right now. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another story about rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Thanks for watching Rare Coins World, where every penny has a story, and some are worth a whole lot more than 1 cent.